stream it. And you'll know here in a minute because it'll go up here and this is gonna stop blinking. So you always wanna make sure this meeting is now streaming live on YouTube. So, you can go over here.
Stream it. And I'll know here in a minute because it'll go up here and this is gonna stop blinking.
Is that you?
So you always want to make sure.
All right, we're closing that. See that? See how that happened? It recorded me. So what you wanna do is you wanna come over here. And you wanna
All right, we ready to proceed?
Yes, sir.
Easier, as you might find in the courthouse downtown, but we are bound by the basic rules of due process and fairness, and that all the evidence and testimony received today must be what is called substantial and competent. That is evidence that must be allow a reasonable person to reach a reasonable conclusion on the subject at hand. We will be very open and allow anyone who wishes to testify in response to the city's allegations to do so and present any evidence that they may wish to present. In the event there is no one here who is a respondent, the city will proceed to make its case and will make a due diligence investigation, make sure there's been adequate notice for the hearing. But after that, we can render a decision as to whether or not the requested relief is justified. One of the requirements of the law and for substantial and competent evidence is that all testimony must be sworn. I'm going to ask those persons who will be testifying today to please stand, and we have Mr. Is it Bartelli? Got to learn that name. Mr. Bartelli and Ms. Lowe will both be testifying today. Would you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you should give today should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right, and let the record show they both answered in the affirmative. All right, we're going to take the cases in the order in which they appear on the agenda. I understand we are down to 2 today.
That's right.
The city has been able to obtain compliance with the other cases scheduled. Therefore, we'll take first case number 2445, property located at 113 West Oak Hill Drive in Palatka. Owner of record, Jesse, is it Ream A. Jesse or Jesse A. Ream?
It's Jesse Ring.
Jesse Ream, okay. I just came across Jesse Ream A. I want to make sure I had that in the right order. So it's Jesse Ream. All right, is Jesse Ream present or anyone representing Jesse Ream? You see here in one, Ms. Love?
Yes, sir. Christy Lowe, City of Palatka, Code Compliance Officer. This is going to be case number 2024-045. The address in question is 113 West Oak Hill Drive, Palatka, Florida. And yes, sir, this case is coming back for a second hearing. This was a transfer case from Mr. Green. This case was legally transferred to me April 1st, 2025. And the evidence that I have to present is that the same violations or the original violations are the same that the house still has. And I first observed these violations April 1st, 2025.
Let me do a little due diligence first, if I may.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Ream or no one representing Mr. Ream has answered the call. I just want to make sure we have due process satisfied. Did you send certified letter regarding the notice of hearing and purpose of the hearing today to the official address of record of the property appraiser and tax collector?
I did, sir, and also posted on the property and in the Palatka Daily News and on City Hall.
All right. And the address of 113 West Oak Hill Drive, Palatka, Florida, 32177. That is the subject property address, correct?
That is correct, sir.
And that's the official address of record on property appraiser and tax collector's rolls.
That's correct, sir.
Looks like the green card from the postal service was sent back unsigned, and therefore you posted the property.
Yes, sir.
You had a chance to talk with Mr. Ream?
I went by there several times. There's a vehicle there, but the tag is, the registration isn't current. The neighbors said they haven't seen anybody in a while. There is no water on the property. I've been trying to locate this subject. Going back on Mr. Green's notes, he was not able to make contact either.
All right, the original violations, which were, let's see, the original hearing was what date?
The original hearing was,
June 18th, 2024.
that's correct, sir.
All right. And since that time, there's been no compliance.
There's been no compliance. It's actually deteriorated worse.
And the original 3 violations were of section 30-171, windows with broken or missing windows in the home. Is that correct?
That's correct, sir.
And 3169, that's municipal code, building fronts and sides of abutting streets or public areas, paint deterioration. And 30-169, building fronts and sides of abutting streets or public areas, mold and mildew. Is that correct?
That's correct, sir.
And the pertinent sections of the ordinances are included in the record.
That's correct,
All
sir.
right, show me what you have.
All right, if we can go to. You can go to the photos, please, 1B. So this particular photo was taken by Mr. Green on June 13th, 2024.
Let me rotate back around so I don't get vertigo.
I don't know how to, rotate it.
These photos by Mr. Green were originally entered in the record at the
At the
hearing
first
last
hearing.
year, correct?
Yes, sir. So this is gonna be 1C, my photo that I took.
Okay,
Rotate 1B.
and the date of this photo was what?
I took this on April 2nd, 2025, sir.
Okay.
And here you can see the mold and mildew that's still on the house, and it's worse shape than what it was on 1B.
Sorry, I can't rotate it.
And this is basically the mold and mildew on both awnings and on the shutter area of the right side window.
That's correct, sir.
And the solution was just to have it pressure washed.
Pressure washed.
And that's worse than it was. in it
Yes,
last
sir.
year?
And it's gotten a lot darker since the original.
All right, next.
Okay, go ahead. So this is going to be 3B that Mr. Green took on the same date, June 13th, 2024, and it has a broken window. And if you're willing to go to the next slide, please, 3C.
Is there a way to maybe exit?
When you see us going like this, it's a good sign. There you go.
No, so this is going to be the same window, same view. This was taken on April 2nd, 2025 by myself. It still has the broken window, this one broken window.
Okay, this is a view from.
So this is
West Oak.
standing right on West Oak Hill on the roadway,
This is the front of the
front of
house,
the house, yes, sir.
right? And that was a 30-171.
That's correct, sir.
Very good. Next.
So 5B would be the next one. I apologize, sir. This is one that Mr. Green took on June 13th, 2024. It shows some deteriorating paint.
Thanks for the tip.
And if you go to my slide right here, which is going to be, did you get it in turn?
Yeah.
Okay, if you go to the next slide.
Yeah.
So we're looking at the gable of the house.
Yeah, we're gonna be looking at 5C.
I see. Hit it one more time. There we go.
So right here at the root,
This is the right side elevation.
yes, sir.
But you still see it from the
You
street.
can still see it from the street, West Oak Hill, and it just has some deteriorating paint on the front.
And that's worse than it was.
Yes, sir. It's deteriorated worse.
All this vegetation hanging off the gable, was that an original?
Not in the original violation, no, sir. I'd have to start a new case on the violations that I've noticed.
But again, that solution was pressure washing.
It was pressure wash, the mold and mildew, and repaint, a fresh coat of paint on the deteriorating paint.
Which was, we got a deteriorating paint view,
Yes,
That's
sir,
coming,
and
all
then
right,
to
show me that.
replace the broken window
which still the only one window was on the front
on the
elevation.
front, yes, sir.
Very good. All right. Anything else?
No, sir, that's all from this
So the
original
paint,
case.
the paint in 5C was on the right
The
elevation.
right elevation,
It just make it consistent with the
Yes,
rest of
sir.
the house. So basically, paint that side of the house and pressure wash the gable on the side, the gable on the front, the 2 window shutter areas, and the 2 awnings.
that's correct, sir.
And none of that was done.
None of that was done, sir, and the total fines to date are $15,300. And today the city is seeking an official lien and fines to place on the said property of 113 West Oak Hill Drive.
And there is somebody in there, somebody thinks?
I have not, actually, we all went and, nobody came to the door. There's a vehicle there. It does look like there's some foot traffic where the grass has grown up, but nobody came to the door.
Okay. All right, based on the evidence of testimony presented and finding that due process has been satisfied by the service as required by state statute, and finding substantial and competent evidence exists to show continued unabated violations of section 30-171 of the city code due to broken or missing windows, specifically one broken window in the front elevation of the house facing West Oak Hill Drive, a violation of section 30-169 regarding paint deterioration on the right elevation of the house as seen from West Oak Hill Drive, and 30-169 building fronts and sides abutting streets or public areas, mold and mildew on the gables on the front and right side of the house, and the awnings over the windows on the front of the house, and the shutter areas on the side of the windows on the front of the house.
Correct, sir.
Correct. And finding that, the city has asked for an order, and I will grant an order authorizing the city to place an official lien on the property to be recorded in the public records. As of today's date, the total fines total $15,300. Fine shall continue to accrue. What was the daily rate?
$75, sir.
$75 per day or $25 per violation until compliance.
Yes, sir.
Anything else on that one?
No, sir, that's it.
Okay. Turning to case number 2024-077, property located at 119 North 15th Street in Palatka. The owner of record is Warren Fells et al. I presume there are some other owners of the property. Is that what that is?
I think that's his initials.
Okay, well, you're gonna be handling this one? Very good. Please proceed. And this is the case, by the way, we're also looking for lien case.
Yes, sir.
In position of lien. All right, please proceed.
Harold,
Let me ask first, is Warren Fells here or anyone else who claims ownership interest in the property, or anyone representing Mr. Fells, or anyone else claiming ownership interest in the property? Do you see anyone? Now you can proceed.
Harold Martelli, City of Palatka Code Enforcement. This reference case 2024-077 for property at 119 North 15th Street in Palatka. The violations that stand are deteriorating paint, mold, mildew, roof and disrepair, and missing elements. This was a transfer case to myself from Mr. David Green.
Okay. Yeah, you look at the due process.
Yes, sir.
The attempted to send certified letter to the official address of record,
Yes, sir, that's correct.
and how did that turn out?
No green card was returned at this time. The very first hearing, there was one that was returned, but the second time, nothing was.
Was it signed when it was returned?
The first time, yes, I received nothing the second time, sir.
And the official address of record is 4511 Song Sparrow Drive, Middlebrook, Florida 32068.
Yes, sir.
And that's the same address as occurred in the first hearing.
Yes, sir.
All right, and that's the official address of record on the property appraiser tax collector's rolls.
Yes, sir.
Any contact with Mr. Fells or anyone else who claims ownership on this property?
No, sir, not this time. I've been by the property several times, just to update pictures and photos, and it appears to be vacant.
Okay. Was this a result of a complaint or generated by staff?
Uh,
Take your time. I was curious if there was a complainant when you had a chance to talk to the complainant.
city staff.
It says city staff.
City staff.
City
Sorry.
staff, okay. Okay, you have an affidavit of service in the record,
Yes, sir.
okay, showing posting both at the property and here at City Hall.
Yes, sir.
All right, four original violations, 30-169 of City Code regarding deteriorating paint. I presume on the sides of the house seen from North 15th Street.
Yes, sir.
30-169 mold and mildew. 32 subsection 10 roofing and disrepair, and 30.3 subsection 30.3.2, subsection 810, missing components, I presume of the architectural features.
Yes, sir. Originally, when the case was in, there was 5 charges. Upon assuming the case, I went out, took pictures. There was a charge or a fine for debris and trash. The time I went out there and assumed the case, that was no longer there present, so that case was closed. That charge was closed.
So I noticed in the documents included in the file that total fines are $20,900.
That's correct, sir.
Does that include taking away the?
Yes, sir.
fine for the very good. All right. You have some photographs you'd like to show us?
Yes, sir.
Did you take these photographs?
I have taken half of them. The other half was in the file from previous one that Mr. Green had taken.
Well,
And they're dated at,
you want to look at the ones you took are the most current.
yes, sir.
All right. The other photographs were taken by Mr. Green and made a part of the record at the previous hearing,
Yes,
which
sir.
was held on June 18th of last year.
Yes, sir.
All right. You have number, the little closed captioning is right in front of the number. Let's see.
That was the posting of the notice.
There you go. Oh, very
On April
good.
2nd.
All right, I'll also number these things. So this was April 2nd, 2025.
Yes, sir.
All right, what are you trying to show me there?
That was just a posting of the fact, 1C.
Okay. And you passed some documents which were all part of the official records of the city and part of the official records of this file.
Yes, sir.
And those are true and correct copies.
Yes, sir.
All right. There are a lot of them.
So this was a picture taken by Mr. Green
Just a 1B.
originally. Yes, sir. Mr. Green's taken in, that was May 2nd of 24. The front.
And hold on, go back. And this was this is reference to the violation.
Yes, sir. Trash and debris, rotten wood, teary paint. What we're gonna do.
So this one's 30-169 deteriorating paint on the front elevation.
Yes, sir.
And
The
Hold
roof in
on.
disrepair, the front lean.
the roofing and disrepair in 3032 sub 10.
And the
And that
trash.
was the soffit along the gable,
It's actually a roof
the
rotted.
edging. I'm sorry.
The roof is rotted.
Okay, so that's from the top of the roof, what's hanging down?
It's part of it. Yeah, it's like a gable off of them.
Okay. I'm trying to think what part of the roof it was. All right, but anyway, Mr. Green took that one.
Yes, sir.
All right, next.
Next one.
These are all part of the record from Mr. Green.
Yes, this one right here is photo I took. I have taken that as of March 25th.
This is 1C.
Yes, sir. Taking from North 15th Street, standing on the street in front of the house. The trash and debris is no longer there. The deteriorating paint is still there and the roof in disrepair.
All right, so the violation regarding the roofing and disrepair is the item hanging down from the gable.
There's more to come.
Well, I'm just asking
Oh,
what's
yes,
in this
sir.
picture.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, and I like to put words to pictures.
Yes, sir.
Because it's we'll have an audio recording of this. So that's what's hanging down off the gable from the front elevation is the roof and disrepair part.
Yes, sir.
Anything regarding mold and mildew here?
No, sir.
No?
This, paint, the deteriorating paint.
Okay. So deteriorating paint, the roofing and disrepair, no mold and mildew,
Is located on the left-hand side. I have
All right.
pictures to come.
and then missing components.
It's on the right-hand side
All right.
to come.
So this is basically 3169 mold, 30-2-3-2 missing,
Roof and-
10 roofing and disrepair.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Next one.
next.
This photo was taken by Mr. Green on May 2nd of 24. Roof and disrepair.
This is the right-hand elevation as you
Right-hand
see
side.
it from North
From
15th.
northwest.
Okay.
Uh,
So what am I looking at on the top? It's just
the roof and
roof
disrepair.
shingles and so forth?
Yes, it's basically, it looks like a tree fell on it and it's rotted.
Is the tree still on it?
No.
Can you see where the roof is damaged from the?
Yes, sir. The missing.
What
component-
what could you see when you saw the damage? What did it look like?
Piece of part of the roof where you see towards the backside, the rafters are missing. So the wood was broken off. It's something had fallen and went through it.
Okay.
So that section was missing and everything else is just, it's from old and rotted away.
And that was conditioned during the first hearing last year.
Yes, sir.
All right, next.
The missing component would be back there on that back, I'm thinking this garage shed area. The next one, this one was taken by Mr.
All right, go back to the missing component again.
Yeah.
That point that we're talking, oh,
White.
you're talking about the gable?
Yes, sir, the gable piece back there.
Is that part of the structure of the house?
That is covering a section of it, so it's basically you can see inside the building.
So the only solution there was just to
Cover it.
fill that
Yes, sir.
with, okay. Next.
And this one was taken by myself on March 25th. The roof, as you can see, is, the next one, some of it has fallen off from the first one,
Mhm.
the wood. The paint's still in disarray, or the paint is still in disrepair or deteriorating paint.
Can you see any roof trusses exposed?
Those lines that are, just those right there, those are
Okay.
truss, the wood trusses going across. As you can see from the previous picture, half the back off is like they broke off. So I'm not sure if they were removed between this time and that time, or they just rotted off, or somebody took them down.
Next.
This one was taken by Mr. Green on May the 2nd of 24. This is the left side of the house. The mold and mildew and the roof and disrepair. The mold and mildew obvious towards the bottom side there, and then.
So are those trusses like coming down, making an overhang there? Is that what that's supposed to be?
Yes, they're supposed to be overhang, but they're all rotted out and the wood's no longer there.
So that goes to roofing and disrepair?
Yes, sir.
All right. And what missing components are we, oh, the only missing component was on the gate.
Front end, left hand side gable, yes, sir. The mold and mildew on the bottom side there.
In the center?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Next. This is a picture myself I took on 25th of March, left-hand side. Showing you the gable, the roof still in disrepair, nothing has been changed. The mold and mildew was still there. I put the thing in front of it. You cannot see it.
Okay.
Next one. This was taken by Mr. Green on October 17th and 24th, the right-hand side of the house. The roof, the missing components and the paint still.
Is there a meter in that power box?
I don't know. I did not go and check it. I can tell you that there's no water running to this house. We've checked that.
That's city water
Yes, sir.
shut off and city sewer shut off.
Yes, yes, sir.
It doesn't look like there's a meter there. I just don't know if you remember seeing one there or not.
I don't recall.
So without evidence, there's no way to provide necessary supplies, sanitary supplies and power to the
Correct.
house.
The water, there are meters run, there are, but they're not in service. So it's there, but it's not working.
Next.
This was a picture taken on March 25th by myself on the, from North 15th Street on the road, just a overview of it.
Right. It's basically no better than it was
Correct. No,
last
no improvements.
June, and it's worse than a couple of years.
Yes, sir.
So basically, we're looking at deteriorating paint has not been improved. The mold and mildew has not been reduced.
Correct.
The roofing and disrepair seems to have gotten worse,
First, yes, sir.
and the missing component is still missing.
Correct.
That's on the gable.
Yes, sir.
City's asking for,
The city this time is asking for a lien placed on the property at 119 North 15th Street, Palatka, Florida.
and total fines,
Total fines,
including the adjustment for the previously found violation that has been satisfied, or 20,900.
Yes, sir.
Last call for Warren Fell or anyone else having an interest in the property, or anyone representing anyone with an interest in the property. Seeing and hearing no one, and find the due process has been satisfied by compliance with requirements of Florida statutes regarding providing notice by certified mail and posting, and finding that the substantial and competent evidence supports that there are continued violations of section 30-169 of the city code regarding deteriorating paint on the front and right elevations of the property, existence of mold and mildew. Again, on, I think it's on the right elevation. Left side of property, very good. The continued and worsened condition of the roofing being in disrepair and the continued missing component of the gable on the garage area in the rear of the property. These have remained unabated. The city has asked for an order authorizing an official lien. We'll enter that order. Total fines as of today total $20,900, adjusted for compliance with one of the original 5 violations, which has been since satisfied. Fines will continue to accrue at the rate of $25 per day per violation until satisfaction of compliance. Okay, anything else? We shall conclude today's proceedings at the end of the agenda, including at 1:56.
Thank you.
Okay. So, yeah,
We all. You guys are moving along.
okay.
You can't go.